Have you ever lived in a town where breaking Halloween rules could cost you someone you love? When we moved to Oakbrook Village, people kept warning me about Halloween. Not in a fun, eat candy and dress up kind of way, but in this quiet, serious voice, like they knew something I didn't. They'd say things like, "Don't forget the rules this year," or, "Make sure your porch light doesn't stay on too long." At first, I thought it was just small town superstition. Until one morning, I found a note taped to my front door. It said, "Rules for handing out candy," handwritten in perfect, almost beautiful penmanship. There were 8 of them. The first few were silly. Don't open the door for clowns. Never give candy to kids carrying black buckets. But the last one, that one stuck with me. It said, "If they ask for something you love, give it." I laughed it off, thought it was a prank. Until my daughter found the list. She looked at me, eyes wide, and whispered, "Mom, promise me you'll follow them." That was the first time I saw fear on her face. Halloween night came faster than I expected. The sky was orange and bruised. The air smelled like wet leaves and pumpkin guts. I poured candy into the bowl and tried to ignore the uneasy feeling twisting in my stomach. Then came the first knock. 3 little girls stood on my porch, dressed as princesses, their tiaras glinting under the porch light. Each one held a black candy bucket. The rules said not to give them anything, but they were just kids. So I smiled and said, "Sorry, I'm out of candy." They didn't move. They just stared. And when one of them smiled, I swear I saw sharp little fangs behind her baby teeth. I slammed the door shut, locked it, and texted my daughter. She was at a friend's house. Before I could even explain, she texted back, "You did good. Don't open the door for the clown next." I froze. I hadn't told her about the list, or the princesses. And then, as if on cue, ding dong. Through the peephole, I saw him. A clown. His suit was sagging, makeup smeared, holding an axe. He wasn't facing me, just standing there. Then slowly, so slowly, his head began to turn, until his face was upside down, staring straight into the peephole. I turned off the porch light and backed away. He stayed there. I could hear him breathing. Then, silence. I thought it was over. Until the next knock. 3 more kids, a pirate, a fairy, and a demon. Their costumes looked old, faded, like they'd been worn for decades. The rule said I had to give them something sentimental, so I gave the pirate a photo of me and my daughter from her first Halloween. The fairy got a small painting I'd made years ago, but the demon didn't take what I offered. He tilted his head and whispered, "Something you love." My hands were shaking. "That's all I have." He shook his head, smiled, and whispered, "Your daughter." I slammed the door, locked every bolt, and called her again and again. When she finally answered, she sounded fine. Laughing. But her voice, it didn't sound like her anymore. Weeks passed. She seemed okay, at least that's what I told myself. But she started sleeping less, drawing strange symbols. And one morning, she didn't blink. Not once. Then I found out I was pregnant, conceived that same Halloween night. And that's when I realized, maybe I did make a trade. I told the demon he couldn't have my daughter, but I never said he couldn't take the next one. Now Halloween's almost here again. And my new baby, she's only a few months old, but every night, she turns her head toward the window and smiles, like she's waiting for someone to come back. I still have the list, the rules, but this time, I don't think they're for me anymore.